What is going on, everyone? I'm gonna be real. I sat here for like however long. I've been live already, maybe like 10 seconds, not knowing at all what I was going to say, how I was going to start the intro. Sometimes I click live before I even realize what I'm about to do. But I do know, even though I didn't plan the intro, I know what I'm going to be doing today. Today, we're just going to be doing a little bit of an overview, a little bit of a review of Kingdom Hearts in 2025. Retreading the past, having a little fun, some laughs, some rambles, the usual along the way. Even though we're entering 2026 and we're hoping for many things to change, some things maybe stay the same. Things are for sure going to be different if we're lucky. What's good, Andy? What's good, Mr. Creator? What's good, everybody coming to the stream, YouTube, Twitch? What's poppin'? I know I haven't streamed in like a week. I know I didn't give you guys a heads up for last time. Yo,
Lance the Master became a nameless Sky member.
Thank you so much. 4 months as a member. What's good? What's poppin', Lance? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? So, I know I didn't give you guys a heads up for my break last time. By the way, before I get into that, actually, I am sick. I have it in the pinned message. I am sick. I got sick. I just got back from Orlando. I just did a big Disney World Christmas family trip with my family and my partner, Putty Apple. My brain's scrambled right now. I'm sick from that trip. My brother came into the trip sick. One or two things happened. Either I got sick from him, which is extremely likely, or two, I got sick from the insane weather change. I don't know if you guys saw me on freaking Twitter. I was like tweeting a little bit while I was at Disney. Not too much because like I'm still a little like, I'm a little iffy on live tweeting like when I'm out somewhere. Like I don't know. I see a lot of people do it, but to me it's still like a slight thing. Like I always do a delayed. If I do live tweet like what I'm doing, where I'm at, stuff like that, it'll always be delayed by like a while, just obvious reasons, right? Even though Disney's a pretty secure place, but I had a lot of fun at the Disney trip. But my camera quality is booty. I have a 2019 cell phone. I'm going to upgrade this year. This trip definitely proved to me I need to upgrade. But we had some crazy food, crazy steak, crazy desserts, a lot of good stuff. But I tweeted out. Where's the tweet at? I retweet a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. But Orlando was hot. I don't know why, but like Orlando was hot. Why is it hot in Florida in winter? Like it's freaking Christmas. It's like over here where I'm at, it was like snowing. It was apparently snowing over here where I'm at during the holidays. In Orlando, it's freaking hot. I'm over here standing in line about to get me like some coffee, right? And like the freaking sun is like burning my back. Like by the time I'm done grabbing the coffee, my back is like freaking sweating. It's hot and humid enough in Florida for me to sweat, for me to like feel a lot of heat. Florida's not a real state. Florida, oh my gosh, ooh, okay. Florida is not a real state. I'm so passionate about how much I hate Florida. I'm freaking coughing. No, that's true. That's not true. That's me being sick. But I have no severe hatred towards Florida or anything. You guys are about to give me GTA 6 soon. But man, the weather change going from like West Coast to like Southern East Coast, crazy, man. Like it's like the 80s, 70s. Over here, like I had to wear gloves yesterday. I walked to like the store yesterday. I had to wear freaking gloves because it's so cold outside. Like it's so cold over here. So either weather change got me or freaking my brother like got me sick. But hopefully I don't sound too bad. Like you guys, some of the loyal viewers will be able to tolerate it. I know not everyone will, so if you can bear with it for this live stream, last live stream of the year. I'm sorry to end it out like this, But I had to end it out some way. Better to end it out some way than not at all. Let's say hi to everyone else. What's good, Senpai? How do I say your name? Senpai Akane? What's good? Happy New Year. Yo, what's good, Song Gekoga? Lands, Sora, Wiley, Kidsies, Sasuke, going down swinging. Happy New Year's, guys. Praying for a hopefully good year for Kingdom Hearts. Hopefully. Before we get into the good year for Kingdom Hearts, let's retry on the bad one we had. So, this year started off with a whole lot of nothing. We got nothing. Like, we kind of figured. We went through the same old thing. We were hoping maybe a game event here. Maybe we'll get something on by the 3rd year moment, right? That didn't happen. It didn't click in their heads. Hey, 3 years since Kingdom Hearts 4. Let's drop something. That didn't happen. That logic, looking back at it, I don't even think it was that finicky. I just think I feel silly for thinking Square would care about something like that. I'm sure other people do as well. Going further into the year, what we did get not long after Kingdom Hearts' 23rd anniversary, right? Not long after Kingdom Hearts' 23rd anniversary, we got a unfortunate announcement from the Kingdom Hearts Missing Link team. That announcement being the game we were all hyping up, the game we were all looking very, very much forward to, got canceled. The development team announced, we have made the decision to cancel the development of Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. We wish to convey our heartfelt apologies to everyone who has been looking forward to the start of service. Although we worked hard on developing and adjusting the game in the hope that it would be enjoyed by lots of players, we determined that it would be difficult for us to offer a service that players would find satisfactory over a long period of time, leading us to the decision to cancel development. We would like to take this opportunity to express our thanks to everyone who gave us their support and assistance with the multiple closed beta tests. We are truly sorry to have to make this announcement. The Kingdom Hearts series will continue. We are hard at work on Kingdom Hearts 4 and hope you'll continue to support the series as you keep an eye out for future updates. Now, those future updates, ladies and gentlemen, would not come to us for quite some time. A very long time, an extremely long time, still haven't come yet, but, you know, Missing Link got canceled. It sucked. We did a big live stream kind of dooming and glooming about it. We also try to look at the positive of things. I got a little bit of pushback from what I said. I understand why I got the pushback, but I also still hold my ground. I still think adjusting my statements initially, especially, even though they're kind of mostly the same, but like adjusting my statement a little bit just to be a little more clear. I said this, actually. I think I said pretty clear here. While it's definitely debatable, mostly because Kingdom Hearts Missing Link's cancellation, this is in response to was 2025 the worst year for Kingdom Hearts. I still think getting rid of canon mobile tiles is a long-term positive for the series. Doesn't mean it doesn't suck, though, because I would have loved to play it, which is true. I would have loved to play Missing Link. I don't think a game that far into development has been canceled for Kingdom Hearts before. I feel like Missing Link, I still think it's a long-term positive. Like, for us to not be having canon mobile games in the future. I think the Kingdom Hearts series, as much as I adored Union Cross, Dark Road, while I was critical of Missing Link because I noticed early on that the game had like no buzz surrounding it, which was a little unusual-ish, right? Dark Road kind of had a similar thing. There was no buzz surrounding Dark Road at all until the finale dropped. Union Cross had pretty consistent buzz throughout its years, throughout its iterations. Even if it was small, it like slowly went up over time. it didn't get like lower, and then the finale dropped, and it was like a big like boom of like just everyone talking about Union Cross, at least in the community, in our niche little part of the community, right? Um, that Union Cross was. Even with like that boom I'm describing for Union Cross fans, like in the hundreds of thousands of people talking about it, uh, in terms of the multi millions of people that play Kingdom Hearts, that consume the story, that are potential buyers for a game like Kingdom Hearts 4, consumers, canon mobile games don't do much for them at all. And the argument for that is, if they don't do much for those people, why worry about those people? Why should I care? Why I wanted Missing Link, I wanted Union Cross, I wanted Dark Road. I love those games. So why do I have to not enjoy those games or not enjoy them being canon just so some people can understand the story better? Like, let them deal with it. Who cares, right? Why should I care about that? I get that. I honestly do. And I respect that to a degree of like just not worrying about what anyone else thinks about the things that you like. I'm like that. I'm a KH3 fan, for crying out loud. Shoot, I have to have a lot of that. As much like neutral fence sitting I do with like KH3 debates and stuff, because I agree with some things you guys say, but I have things that I like myself, and I have a lot of things I love about the game, and no matter what the criticisms are or what the positives are, I had my own experience that makes it my favorite game. People have that with Union Cross. People have that with Dark Road, even if it's in smaller numbers. Uh, I just think, for me, for what I like about the series and why I say that personally, is because I, I I love Kingdom Hearts on a personal level. I also love the community, and I also love being able to like show people Kingdom Hearts. And while my entire like perception of Kingdom Hearts isn't based on me showing it to other people, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to have conversations about it, because that would be nice, right? So beyond that, even because that's getting into a little bit more semantics. I just kind of think that like a lot of these cutscenes in Union Cross Dark Road are so good, they should be in higher quality. Like, I wish they weren't on mobile. Like, the stories themselves are great, are memorable, are amazing, which is why I want them to come back. I don't want these stories to be gone. I don't want the stories themselves to be gone or be canceled or whatever. I want these. I want the mobile game aspect of them to be gone. I want them to be. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to secure myself because I'm super sick, getting super congested, just talking, ranting like this. But I love these mobile games, and I love their stories. I love their characters. I love their theories. I love their mystery. I love what they're doing for the potential next story and how many mysteries they've provided. But with all that being like said and done, they would be so much better, man, with some voice acting, some music, some animation, like in higher quality. Like the way I experience Kingdom Hearts, when I think of Kingdom Hearts, the first thought that comes to my mind is not Union Cross, is not Dark Road, is not like that art style, right? Missing Link was a step above those, a considerable step above, but it just sucks that happened, right? Missing Link was going to have all those things, which I was excited about that aspect, but it was still a mobile game with no intention of going to console. In the modern day mobile game market, they were making a 3D action mobile game in a sea of Hoyoverse games, of Genshins, of Star Rails, of Wuwas, of like all these other, I don't know, there's probably like a bazillion other ones now, right? Zenless Zone Zero. In a sea of Hoyoverse games and like all these free to play action games that are available on everything, mobile, PC, freaking console, your refrigerator, whatever application you can find. These mobile games, these new like free to play gachas are available everywhere. Square Enix, 10 years behind, like usual, unfortunately. And that was going to be exclusive to mobile games, to mobile platforms. And I don't know. I don't think that was the right call. I don't know if that was the call forever. Maybe it was going to be on mobile at launch. Maybe they never got to the point where they were going to be able to announce it for a console. Maybe there will be a big like doc or a big interview with Nomura saying how the game was going to launch on console, but we never got to know that. So under the interpretation for 3+ years with Missing Link, we were under the assumption it was going to be only on mobile devices, and that just, I don't know. I think a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans, they prefer to play their games on console. They prefer a complete story experience, not a story experience that's spoon fed to them over time. Even though I didn't even hate that for Union Cross, like I thought it was nice, especially during some drought periods. There was definitely some droughts with Kingdom Hearts 3, like tiny droughts where Union Cross was really nice. There was droughts after Kingdom Hearts 3, before the KH4 trailer, 2021. And 2021, aside from Sora and Smash, most of 2021 was like Union Cross. Union Cross was crazy in 2021. You had Union Cross ending, which was massive. And then you had Kingdom Hearts games coming to PC and Sora and Smash, like 2021. But a big part of that, lore-wise, that actually moved the story forward, was Union Cross. I don't know. I have so many mixed feelings about these mobile games, which is why, like, there's, I have like my hard feelings about them, but they're like, it's such a love and like disappointed feeling, because the more I think about the mobile games, I love them. I love my experiences with them. I love the community. I love Kingdom Hearts, man. I will play it. I will consume it. I will be there for it. But they didn't need to be canon. They never did. I never thought that was a good thing. They don't need to be canon. So that's just how I felt. Give me 1 sec. I have to mute so I can like cough right quick. All right, I'm back. But I don't know, man. The stories are great, but they're not fun games. Dark Road is barely a video game. Exactly. I agree. I think Dark Road was terrible. Like that game, I would not play Dark Road. That was an idle mobile game. I'm not into idle games that much. I know some people, they might like idle games. It might be like a dopamine thing. I do not. An idle Kingdom Hearts game does not appeal to me like that. Personally, I mean, I'd give one a try if it wasn't canon. Dude, I actually kept Dark Road on. There's old VODs on my channel where while Dark Road was out, I probably had Dark Road open in the background on BlueStacks just running. Just to grind. Disney gatekeeps KH. It is interesting seeing the argument go towards is probably Disney for why Kingdom Hearts is taking so long. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think Disney is genuinely the reason they haven't said anything? Or do you think it's Square Enix? I think the answer is obviously both. Yeah, I saw HMK short about it. But, like, I mean, there's no, like, guarantee, right? Like, you know what's crazy, chat? I don't know. No, I'm gonna keep that in the back, but just this KH4 weight, even on the like it's not just the community who's surprised by it. I'll put it like that. It's not just us. It is not just fans, keyword, who are surprised by how long it's taking. I'll put it like that. I'll keep that in the back. Just because I'm afraid of I'm afraid of misquoting, but generally. Because, okay, from my perspective, Disney definitely has a. Disney, from all the interviews I've read of Nomura, admittedly, my big, like, interview stint, I am not, like. I'm gonna make this clear. I learned this about myself over the years. I am not like encyclopedic when it comes to my knowledge. So a lot of those interviews I read, I'm not gonna lie, I might have forgotten most of them. Like at this point, 'cause I've covered so much stuff, like things have missed and matched. I remember general bits of info though. Uh, I definitely need to go back and reread like all these interviews. But what I do know from what I read from a lot of these interviews, the answer when it comes to is Disney killing Kingdom Hearts, how involved is Disney in Kingdom Hearts? Because back in the day, there was a strong argument that Disney was not involved in Kingdom Hearts. Yet, if they're not involved in Kingdom Hearts, why is it that every time something goes wrong, it's Disney? And I'm not trying to be the Disney defender or anything here, but you guys, there's Square Enix games that people trash on Square Enix for, where similar decisions, similar to Kingdom Hearts, are being made. Like, there's similar moments where a lot of things feel like they were cut out, or things were just not executed all the way. Like, Square Enix has some deep-rooted, or had some deep-rooted management and time management issues for years. Like, that's why when it comes to Disney Worlds, my first thought when a Disney World isn't the best isn't, oh, Disney must have told them to make it bad or told them to cut it out. You think Disney wants a bad representation of their property? Yeah, if it comes down to it, they won't. Kingdom Hearts does not have a drastic effect on the Frozen brand at all. But do you think Disney still wants there to be bad representation of it out there like that? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it's a mix of they might have been a little restricted with the story, which has been said. And on top of that, they probably just didn't have that much vision for the world. Or maybe what happened was that they were probably working on Frozen pretty late into development, like it wasn't refined, because they probably had the general structure of a lot of the worlds done. And then what happened was Disney told them like, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that in the story. So they probably had to like work around it a lot. So you end up having this like kind of incomplete mess on both parties. Who knows? The answer with Disney though is it's a little bit of both. Disney's more involved in Kingdom Hearts than people think, but also not. Like, it's mostly Square Enix, like 90% Square Enix. But Disney is like the guiding light for a lot of things. Like, you think of that Mickey moment in Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, it's kind of silly that they didn't let Nomura use Mickey for that one game. For only one scene in retrospect. But we're not mad about it, right? Because we're like, that ended up being one of the best moments in the series. But it's kind of crazy that Disney only let Nomura use Mickey for that one scene. The Big Hero 6 world is in mid because of Disney. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't know if Disney even would have approved like that story. Like, well, shoot, Roy Connolly like was working directly with them on those worlds, right? Like to create like a new story for Big Hero 6 and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that was Disney's. I think that was definitely Square Enix for that. I think they were like, they spent so much time developing the city, they forgot how to like actually pace it in the world. That's what I think. I think they spent so much time modeling the city, putting all these air step checks and like doing this and that like they were trying to fill out the world for post game and like for 100%. They probably forgot to like actually pace it because we know during KH3's hype cycle, Big Hero 6, I think Big Hero 6 was still being worked on like heavily in the last year of development. I don't think Big Hero 6 was really done till like close to the end of 2018. And KH3 released in the first month of 2019. So that was definitely the last world done 100%. I mean, obviously, it's the last world they did. Uh, back on topic though. I feel like the main culprit here is Square. They have so many projects right now. The rumored 9 remake, Dragon Quest 12 4 remake, and yet we're getting mobile games and remasters instead. Yeah, I'm not saying Disney's a perfect company either. They are not. I'm just saying like it's not 100% Disney, 100% Square. It's like Square needs to. Squares are making some mistakes, man, and their mistakes have unfortunately been so freaking public. Like both companies are yikes right now. Well, I don't know if I'd say that about Disney. I don't know. There's always some Disney controversy going on, but with Disney, they've actually been on a pretty good movie streak recently. Okay, can we talk about that? Like, I haven't seen Zootopia 2. I did see Inside Out 2. I think that was like last year or earlier this year. I haven't seen Moana 2 though, but Disney's been on a pretty good streak with like sequels and stuff. It's kind of crazy. Their box office has definitely been going insane. Now, when it comes to Marvel and Star Wars, they've been doing pretty bad. With their own IPs, though, with Disney Animations, Pixar, they've been doing really good. They've been doing really, really good with their movies. Rose, Yaya, like, was telling me this morning, like, that Zootopia 2 might be, like, one of his favorite Disney movies ever. I like Zootopia 1 a lot, but I don't think I liked it enough to be in my top 10. But I don't remember. It's been a while. I ain't gonna lie. Guys, look, Square, you guys, alright, we're gonna get back on topic in a sec, but I gotta say this. It takes a special kind of company to fumble a Marvel game. I don't know who decisions it was. It might not have been Square's. I'll give them the benefit of that. It might not have been Square's. But until someone tells me otherwise, it takes a special kind of company to fumble a Avengers game after Endgame. Right after Infinity War and Endgame. It takes a special kind of company to fumble that. Like, hold on. When did Marvel's Avengers release? Marvel's Avengers dropped. What was the exact date? It dropped August 14th of 2020. So it was during COVID. It was a year after Endgame, right? It was a year after Endgame, but still, like people were still on the Marvel copium even during COVID. People were very heavily still on the Marvel copium during COVID. Like we were that was a matter of fact. That was one of the things we missed the most during COVID. People missed Marvel movies. We got back from Endgame, bro. Black Widow got dropped on Disney Plus, unfortunately. But like we just like people were fiending for Marvel, man. We were wanting Marvel to go crazy. But anyhow, I don't even know what started that conversation. But so right after Missing Link's cancellation, what we got some screenshots. So chat, was this? Do you guys think this was good damage control? Yes or no? That's your honest opinion. Did these screenshots satisfy you? And in hindsight, did it satisfy you? Like, in my opinion, these screenshots is like heavy proof that like I don't know. Because we spent so long without. At this point, it has been 3 years and a month since KH3 or KH4. I'm saying KH3. At this point, it had been 3 years and a month since Kingdom Hearts 4 had been announced, and we were waiting. We wanted anything. We were already getting to like the super bitter point of the wait period. So like, people were willing to accept anything, like basically anything they gave us. Screenshots. We were super happy about this for like a summer, I'd say, or like I think maybe till Summer Games Fest. I think people kind of did crash out after Summer Games Fest. Like a lot of people were pretty annoyed about this after Summer Games Fest, but I think for a lot of people it lasted at least a month for a decent bit of people until like the end of summer. Also, everyone, say hi to Putty Apple in the chat. Hi ZZ. Happy New Year, chat. Let's bring new hope into this year, and I hope everyone has a safe celebration. Yo, same to everyone. But I think this is proof they maybe shouldn't have gave this to us. Like, okay, this is gonna sound insane. Don't take me serious. I'm a human being. I'm yapping. Like I don't know. I have sick brain right now. Okay, I still am getting over this fever. Whatever excuse I can make for what I'm about to say, or what I'm about to ask. Would it have been better if we didn't get the screenshots, or would it be worse? What do y'all think? Like, not for yourself, but for the community. Not for yourself. For me, I do think these screenshots did more for me than the trailer. I think it did. But the argument I want to make is I think because we got these screenshots, it might have made the community way more bitter. Like, way more resentful. I genuinely do. That along with miscellaneous cancellations, because for a lot of people, instead of the screenshots being like this being this like praise like thing to Square Enix, like, yo, thank you Square Enix, thank you for the screenshots, I appreciate you guys so much. Like a lot of us were in these comments at the time because this was like the day of, right? Except this guy. Like, bro, we're gonna have him on a podcast soon. But, anyways, oh, brother. I feel like there's an argument that the bigger high we got from these screenshots resulted in like a harder crash out for the community for like basically everything afterwards. I do think they should have followed up. They could have followed up with one trailer and been silent the rest of the year for forever, right? But just yikes, man. Yo, Jakala Wolf, what's good? Oh, what is E-Tex? I mean, but soups and stuff. Guys, I've been getting over such a bad fever. Have you guys ever had that type of, like, fever or sickness where, like, you're actually just, like hot and cold just doesn't make sense to you? Like, you're hot 1 second, you're freezing cold the next, and it's just a constant, like for example, right? I'm so hot that I basically gotta sleep in bed like naked, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I gotta like strip down like sleeping in bed. Like it's so hot. Like anything on me, I'm still sweating. Like, I'm still sweating on the covers and everything. And then freaking by the time I wake up, or by the time like an hour later, it's so freaking cold that like I have a jacket on and everything, and I'm still freaking shivering. Like, I had that type of fever the other day, and it was bad. It was so bad, man. It was so bad. I'm happy. I've been home for like 2 days now from my vacation, my Christmas holiday vacation, and probably got them bugs in him. My brother literally said he thinks a bug was going around his school. And like that, so it's funny you say that. Oh man. Bro, I don't know what type of sickness these kids are passing around, but they might need to be like, I don't know. They might need to be locked up, bro. Locked up, deeply contaminated, or some. I forget the word, the medical word for it. Contained. I feel like this should have been when they actually gave a sit down and talk update or second trailer, because it had been so long at that point that more openness might have been better. Yeah. It would have been worse. Even if it was as damage control, we needed something, especially after Missing Link's cancellation. Yeah, I mean, you're right. If they just canceled Missing Link and then ghosted us, I ain't gonna lie. Yikes. Can you all imagine that? Imagine they canceled Missing Link and we got nothing. We didn't even get screenshots. We would have been cooked. We would have been cooked. The scenario I was implying, though, was more like, imagine we just didn't, imagine, like, no, that happened. Well, I guess if we didn't get screenshots and, like, Missing Link didn't get canceled, we would just be trying to look towards Missing Link. It's crazy, because I remember the arguments beforehand for, like, the past couple of years before Missing Link's cancellation was, hey, guys, stop looking forward to KH4. You're dumb. You're stupid. Stop doing that. Look forward to Missing Link. That's the next game. And it's like, okay, you're right, but let's be real here. KH4 is the main event. It's like, it's like hyping up an appetizer before your main course. It's like hyping up them nachos you get at Applebee's, or like those boneless wings and stuff, that steak, or that I don't know, what do people order? I go to Applebee's. What do people order at Applebee's? Like, I don't know, the bacon burger or whatever. It's like hyping up like your appetizer before the main course. The appetizer might be good. It might be really good. But bro, that main course is what's going to feed you. Missing Link ain't going to feed me. Because if Missing Link was the last Kingdom Hearts game, I'm depressed. I'm depressed. I'm depressed. I'd be dooming and glooming more than I am right now. It felt like hell for the day. Before we got the screenshots, I was in full doer mode. Yeah, we were panicking, bro. People were mad. This year, 100% the most toxic Kingdom Hearts Twitter has ever been. But it's also the most toxic Twitter's ever been. So I think it's like a snowball of multiple things. I think like social media in general is only getting more and more toxic. I'm gonna be real. We've been saying that every year about social media since like 2017. Social media, like 2017 social media is less toxic than 2018. 2019 social media is more toxic than 2018 social media. COVID social media was more toxic and more doomer, and especially during COVID. COVID social media more toxic than 20. Social media, internet has gone more toxic throughout time. Period. There's no like golden year where it was like, oh yeah, you know, social media was pretty good this year. Yeah, you guys were so positive. No. I don't know. Maybe on your side of social media, maybe I need to go over there. that has not been what I've been seeing, right? At all. I'm not just talking about the KH community, by the way, because I follow a lot of, like, I'm obviously part of KH Twitter, but like honestly, outside of like my own tweets and like stuff I see from you guys on the timeline here and there, a lot of my feed is usually wrestling or my For You tab. I am on my For You tab a lot. I don't know. I see the general stuff like political jargon, toxic crap, like whatever. I don't know. Just literally anything. So I feel like I see a lot of what's going on in the main Twitter world. I mean, yeah, so social media is an echo chamber for a lot of people who are like negative. Like that's just how it is. But the thing is, you gotta not let it get to you, right? You gotta not let it get to you. It can be hard sometimes though, because admittedly, if hundreds of people are sitting here like saying one thing or saying a negative thing about something you like, it is hard. It can be hard for someone not used to it to like not let it get to them. Like it can be, but you gotta like hold your ground and think to yourself like, okay, that's not how half these people probably aren't even like that IRL. People are very hyperbolic on social media. Things people have a slight disdain. Some things people have a slight disdain towards. People extra hate. People feel like they have to extra hate something on social media all the time. That's how it is. But I'm saying nothing new. That's just how it is. Like negativity. It's matter of fact, it's not even new to social media. Literally, if you go back in history, like before social media, before the internet had this big boom, newspapers, news reporters, it's a lot of what it is. Like a lot of negativity. Like people learned pretty quickly since like 80s, 90s even, that just negativity or fear mongering is a really easy way to grow or gain traction. That's just how it is. Not to say positivity can't gain traction. Matter of fact, I'd argue the right type of positivity gains the biggest traction. But negativity does get a lot of it. It's more consistent, more reliable. There's thousands of things you can complain about every day, but it's harder for people to want to be grateful for things. This is how it is. Sorry for the random social rant, but how you guys doing? We're ending the year off. Yo, it's New Year's. I know we're talking about doom and gloom with Kingdom Hearts, but I wanted to end this off by talking about what are your guys' plans for 2026? I know I click on this, and I asked that. We're going to get into this soon, but I'm not ending it off. I don't even know why I said I'm ending it off, but what's everyone's plans for 2026? Let me put on some better music. I don't know. Okay, you're graduating? Let's go. COVID ruined high school for you? Jeez. I actually didn't know that either, Andy. Have I watched the Gamers Joint? Have I watched the Gamers Joint? You know, actually, a lot of newer Kingdom Hearts... Okay, I've noticed a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans post-COVID don't watch the Key Keepers, which for me is weird because I completely grew up on them. Like, and... Gamers Joint still is the biggest Cage content creator by like a large margin, but I mean, yeah, he's yeah, I watched the Gamers Joint. I was watching Gamers Joint since I was like 12. Probably wouldn't be a Cage content creator without the Gamers Joint. Like, to be honest, Gamers Joint, Sky, Sorlam 1, HMK, like all those guys, Key Keepers. If KH5 don't drop back to back, I'm boycotting. That's crazy. My big plan for 2026 is finishing my Aqua cosplay for con season. Aqua cosplay, ooh. What cons do you plan on going to, if you want to say? Am I going to watch the New Year's countdown on stream? Nah, I'm probably not streaming during the New Year's. How about low-key Matt? Whoa, Sharon, low-key Matt is low-key my boy. Not low-key, high-key my boy. So, yeah, I'm friends with low-key Matt. I'm more than watching. Matter of fact, literally right before I live streamed, I was in a call with Matt. I was in a group call. Another server with Matt. Yo, what's good, Randy? Just living life. You know, honestly, I don't think 2025 has been the worst year ever for me. It hasn't been like great, right? Like, okay, I could be like a KH like nuthead and like be like, 2025 was so bad because I got no Kingdom Hearts news. Nah. I mean, like, I didn't get Kingdom Hearts news in 2023, and 2023 was a rough year in some ways, but 2023 also gave me something I will never ever forget and will forever be like one of the best years of my life as well. So like, there's always yin and yangs. Like, shoot, if every day's a good day, then like, I don't know, are the good days as valuable? No, it sounds weird, right? Like, everyone wants every day to be a good day, but like, after a certain point, there's 365 days in a year, man. Some days gotta be filler. Some days can be filler. Some days gotta be just like a grind for a better day later that week. Like, if you're working out, right? Like, if you had your like fitness, your perfect peak fitness body tomorrow, like 0 to 100, it wouldn't really feel as nice as like working hard and earning that body, because then you'll feel a lot more proud of it. You're trying to shave off some weight, maybe you're like 50 pounds overweight, maybe a little more, and you shave off those 50 pounds, you shave off those 70 pounds. Yeah, you would love for all of that to be gone tomorrow. You would love for all that to be gone tomorrow, but you're more likely to keep that. You're more likely to feel more proud about it when you work for it, because there is like a dopamine, there is like something to those hard days, those rough days, and then reaching your goals. So I don't know, if every day is a good day, are the good days like, do they really feel that good? Because you have to have some bad days, you have to have some rough days for the good moments to really feel good and to really feel valuable. Now that's not for extreme cases. That's a, you know what to apply it to. Like, it's not a, I feel like because some people are extremists, I gotta like take it back a little bit. You know what I mean. Like, there are some obvious things that we don't want. Some bad days are too bad that we wish never happened, but it is what it is, right? For me, past couple years, honestly, since 2020, honestly, let me rank my years. Let me rank my years from 2020 to 2025. Okay. In hindsight, I could probably, honestly, it's probably a tweet. I used to tweet about my years. I used to do that every year, but I stopped doing it. I think I stopped doing it last year. I don't even know why. I will admit, I did make this transition. My Twitter used to be a lot more of like a personal account. Like I had a Twitter, I advertised it here and there, but I didn't like, I didn't care about getting traction on it. I didn't try to. And then when I did, I got a lot of traction very fast. I was like, you know, I have social media. Maybe I should use my social media. Like, I don't know. I'll admit, I was looking at like YouTube stuff, and I'm like, I'm always thinking about ways to grow my channel. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should use social media to grow my channel. Also, a big motivation was I almost did buy into it. I legit did think Twitter had a decent possibility of going downhill under Elon, like, pretty fast. So, like, I was thinking to myself, I need to, like, squeeze everything I can out of Twitter while it's around. Like, might as well, right? So let me just go crazy. And to be honest, it still kind of is a personal account. Like, I tweet my own thoughts on there all the time, but I'm more selective about it for sure. I don't know, it's like a little me talking to myself moment. Kind of like thinking about things. I'm trying to see if I made any tweets about these years. I don't think I made a tweet about 2020. What the heck? knew I made. Dang. Okay. I'm gonna start doing it 2022. I actually don't know. I can't find my tweets. Well, whatever. All right. I definitely used to do them, but I don't anymore. All right. So let me think. What I miss? Not much. We're just yapping about the year. Kingdom Hearts 4 feels like an illusion. I feel like, personally, my hype for the title has dwindled. At this point, for me, it comes out when it comes out. Yeah, your hype will come back when we finally get some news. Even if it's not as much hype as it could have been, it just, hopefully it can reel us back in. I thought about this earlier. Even if Kingdom Hearts does come back with their trailer, even if Kingdom Hearts 4 is the best game ever, I don't know. I still don't think I'm gonna look back on this drought and think that fondly of it. Like, I'm gonna probably look back on it and be like, dang, remember when we went through? I'll be able to laugh about it. I will be able to laugh about it. And I'll be able to be like, dang, I'm glad we got through that. But, man, like, when I look back at this drought afterwards, I'm gonna be like, geez, dude, there's no way they actually did that. Like, that cannot, this drought will be a, like, martyr, in my opinion. Like, do you guys agree with that? This drought is going to be a martyr for, like, what not to do for, like, Kingdom Hearts going forward. All right, you can take a break. Don't do this. Don't do this ever again, please. Loki's sick of a lot of game trailers coming out hecka early and then having to wait a long time or years for the game to come out. Yeah, that's happened for a lot of games recently, right? And for a lot of people, some of the games haven't even been that worth the wait. Like, let's talk about the elephant in the room. KH3 wasn't worth it to everyone. I loved it. My favorite game ever. But not everyone liked it. Metroid Prime 4. I have a friend who loves the game, thinks the game is great. I don't think it's his favorite Metroid game, though, admittedly. Metroid did get Metroid Dread recently, too, which is more classic Metroid, but better. So they didn't go, like, through a drought, but they still went through, like, for Prime 4, looking forward to that, it was a long time. And not everyone was crazy about it. Breath of the Wild sequel, Tears of the Kingdom. A lot of people, even though it was a Game of the Year nominee, decent amount of people were divisive about it for some reason. I don't think to the degree where, like, it's overwhelmingly negative, but enough to be, like, to spark a conversation for a decent amount of people. There's been a big case of a lot of, like, big sequel games, big long awaited entries, just not satisfying people. And I think what it is like it's the snowball effect of expectations. And some people used to blame the communities, and some people used to blame the fans for having those expectations. But it's a natural human thing. Like, the longer you wait for something, the more anticipation that passively builds up. The longer you wait for something, the more implication there is that maybe more time is going into said thing. They're not giving us as much news. They're not giving us as much information. So they must be cooking. They must be cooking up, like, some crazy stuff. You know, like when you're actually cooking food and, like, the broth usually tastes better for, like, things like ramen and other dishes when it sits there for a long time. All those flavors, every single bit of flavor gets put into that. That's what people are thinking for a video game. Might be a crazy or loose analogy, but a similar idea. You know, you get what I'm saying? Now, excuse me. Now, how that portrays the video game still is, like, people are this hype, this anticipation. I don't think will be anyone's fault. I don't even think at this point it's anticipation that KH4 is going to be some crazy masterful game. I think some people just want to know the game isn't canceled at this point, which sucks. But I know it's not going to be canceled. Well, I can't say I know without a shadow of a doubt, but I don't think it will be personally. It just sucks. Yo, what's good, Sun God? How's it going? Welcome. I like Prime 4, but yeah, I was disappointed by that game. I've been waiting for that game since I was 11, before I was a Metroid fan. Sheesh, that's crazy. When this draw is over, I'll feel the same I felt about KH3. Like, hey, we made it and lived through it, and we did it. We're finally here. Yeah, for sure. My expectations have been not set as high after KH3. Like, KH3 is a good game, don't get me wrong, but maybe that's my KH2 bias showing. Trust me, I love both. I get you. Like, there is so many okay, the beautiful thing about Kingdom Hearts to me, some people hate this. Some people want every game to be better than the last, and I kind of do think that's what you should aim for, but at the same time, there's a different argument. I think it's beautiful that each KH game kind of stands out on its own, especially the number tiles. KH1, so unique. It is the perfect blend of Disney and Final Fantasy. Perfect blend of it. And then you got KH2. It's KH2, I think, feels like the first Kingdom Hearts title where Kingdom Hearts kind of truly became its own. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like Kingdom Hearts became its own, like, narrative and story. And, like, not saying KH1 didn't have that narrative. Chain of Memories, not saying Chain of Memories didn't either. Both games had, like, a lot of, like, stuff going on. But I think for a lot of people, KH2 was, like, wow. Like, I think people got way more attached to Sora, Riku, Kairi through 2. If they're already liking the characters in 1, 2 probably made you fall in love with these characters. I think that's agreeable for most people. And then KH3 for me. KH3, here's the difference with KH3 though. KH3, it's a beautiful game standing on its own, but I also think by standing on its own, I mean the game itself is really good. But what makes KH3 really beautiful is it is it's like a thank you letter to every game that came before it. 1, 2, even Chain of Memories, Dream Drop Distance, Birth by Sleep, Keyblade leveling from Recoded, bro. Like, what the heck? They got that in the game? Every game, Union Cross, the mobile game. Every game, every iteration of Kingdom Hearts that came before 3 is acknowledged, is part of the final like chapter in the saga. And I love it. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. And while divisive, while people think the story could have been a little better, like, I thought the gameplay was beautiful. I thought their way of trying to do a thank you letter to all these games while also like trying to modernize Kingdom Hearts was so good. I loved it so much. And personally for me, as a fan of the lore, as a fan of the story, the Days Trio returning, Wayfinder Trio returning, that epilogue cutscene, bro, and some of my favorite Disney movies being in the game absolutely made it one of my favorite KH games. I loved it. I loved everything about Keyblade Graveyard up until the end credits, personally. Like, straight up, the rest of the game could have been Boo Boo Butt Cheeks, and I still would have had it as my favorite game just because of the ending up until the credits. Like, that's how much I loved the ending, like Keyblade Graveyard and onwards. It was absolutely one of the best experiences I've ever had with a game, period. Like, I know not everyone was like that. I know not everyone feels the same way. But that's okay. Are you going to sit here and tell me that everyone likes your favorite game? Every single person under the sun? Are you going to tell me you don't have a single game that someone as your favorite that someone doesn't like? This is what it is. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. I know everyone in the chat right now, even if you don't want to admit it, you have a game that like you probably have as one of your favorites, or a game that you like a lot that some people probably hate. Might be a little divisive. This is how it is. For me, I like KH3. Unfortunately, my favorite franchise, KH3, is the game that I like. But the thing is with me with 3, Just because I like 3, I'm not going to be some of these people on Twitter that you see. You are not going to see me trying to trash on Cage 2 to glaze Cage 3. You notice how I freaking, like, praise Cage 2 and 1 before that? I love all these games. Like, I may love Cage 3. You can disagree with me about that. I love all these games. Like, I love all these games. Like, Cage is everything to me. Like, you will not catch me slandering this franchise, like, as a whole. Love Kingdom Hearts. Retro Man, how old are you? To be honest, yeah. I think Cage 3 will be that game for me. 2 is my favorite, though. I respect that. See, okay, to be honest, The Last of Us 2 is that for me. I hate The Last of Us. I don't even, like, start with 2. I don't like Last of Us 1 or 2. Because for me, I was a Jack and Daxter and Crash Bandicoot guy with Naughty Dog. Well, I don't know why I'm throwing Crash in there. I like Crash. I didn't love Crash, but I liked it growing up. I was a Jack and Daxter and Uncharted kid growing up. So to see Naughty Dog go from, like, this company that constantly innovated with every franchise, a company that, like, I don't know. I guess I'll admit, I like the platformer, more adventurous aspect of their games. To kind of going towards a way more, like, slower pace, immersive, like, kind of movie game. Let's be real. Like, it started the trend of Sony, like, third-person movie games a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, Uncharted was almost there. Uncharted, the way I said Kingdom Hearts was a perfect blend of, like, Kingdom Cage 1 was a perfect blend of Disney meets Final Fantasy. Last of Us is or Uncharted. I almost said Last of Us. Oops, sorry, hold up. Let me take that away. I'm sick, so my words are going to be very jumbled. One, I'd say Uncharted is a perfect blend of video game meets movie. Way more than Last of Us is. Last of Us is like, I played Last of Us 1 and, like, I didn't even hate it. I thought the story was pretty good, but to me, Last of Us kind of is taking advantage a little bit of a trend during that time. I was very burnt out on apocalyptic stories in the 2010s. Do you guys realize how many apocalyptic stories there were in the 2010s? Let me just name you some of the popular ones if you're forgetting. Early 2010s media was dominated by Walking Dead, Hunger Games. What was that other story called? The one with Juan Carlo Esposito. I forget. I forget what that one was called. So that was another apocalyptic story. Was it Maze Runner? I don't think it's Maze Runner. Maybe? Yeah, it is Maze Runner. Maze Runner. Like, Last of Us for video games, right? Call of Duty Zombies was big. I love zombies, though. I don't know. I'm not even saying all those franchises are bad. Honestly, I love Hunger Games. I freaking love Hunger Games, bro. But Walking Dead, I think Walking Dead up until, like, Negan. Well, I think Negan's cool, too. I think Negan's one of the coolest villains I've ever seen in my life. I love Negan. But, I'd say Walking Dead up until, like, up until the end of the Saviors arc, around, like, I think it was, like, season 7 or 8, is pretty good, too. But, man, there's so many apocalyptic, like, stories. You look at Jack and Daxter. It stands out, even among platformers. Jak 1 is a platformer that still is a crazy, like, Jak 1, Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy. In 2001, excuse me, oh my gosh. I'm getting so passionate, I'm, like, forgetting I'm sick. Was a platformer with no loading screens. Zero. Zilch. Not a single one. You can go back and play the game right now. There is not a single loading screen in the game. You can play that game start to finish, not experience a single loading screen. Fully open world, open hub world style game, multiple levels, crazy fluid gameplay, movement, one of the funnest speedruns I've ever seen in my life. It is one of my favorite games still to this day. Amazing game. Uncharted, perfect blend. Like, Indiana Jones meets video games. It's crazy because Indiana Jones, I actually heard the Indiana Jones game wasn't that bad. But if Indiana Jones had a kid, and that kid was like a prodigy, and that kid was, I don't know why I said that. I like forgot what my username was. If that kid was like, I don't know, like Jesus or something, bro, it would be Uncharted. Like, straight up, Uncharted is beautiful. It is absolutely one of the greatest games, like, ever. Like, Uncharted, or greatest gaming franchise. It is so beautiful. It's so freaking good. What did Retro Man say earlier? 22? Bro, you're 22 and you want me to explain to you why my favorite video game is better than yours? Guys, let's play a game called How Many Major Life Events Is KH4? I'll go first. I graduated high school, got a driver's license, and started college. Okay. Let's see. Major life events since KH4's trailer. So for me, let's see. I'm trying to figure out where to start, rather. Like, how deep do I want to go with it? Well, I guess the most major things for me is I got into a long-term relationship, met the love of my life, moved in with the love of my life. I got to meet a lot of my friends across the country. I got to travel a crap ton, and paying rent. I guess that's where I'm at. Yeah. Now, since KH3 released, period. Yeah, it mostly would just be me growing up, moving out, paying bills, that sort of thing. How we meet? I'm gonna be straight. We met on a dating app. Straight up. Surprised we have so many young KH fans. I'm not. I wonder how young the KH demographic still is, because back when KH3 first came out, I feel like there was a lot of teenagers in the KH community. I mean, I was one of them, right? But nowadays, I think the KH fan base has always been kind of older. Like, it's had an older part. Because I think Square Enix is... I don't think Square Enix has a big grasp on the younger audience. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't really think Square has that heavy of a grasp on like the younger audience. Maybe like to a slight degree, but not to like a major one. Like, not as big as probably other studios. And that's not always a bad thing. That's not a bad thing, because I mean, a lot of these 20, 30-year-olds are still gaming, so like they're still profitable. Back in the day, like it was assumed that a lot of people 30 plus, 40 plus just weren't gaming, which was like probably true, or like way more true back then. Nowadays, it's such an integral part of like a lot of people's lives. It's a natural part of a lot of people's lives. Gaming's become significantly more convenient to do. There's a lot more remote jobs where like, you know, I could dip in on call get out of call and like play a game. It's pretty easy. Like gaming is just part of everything. You know what I mean? Like shoot, these developers are like 40, 50, 60s, and like they're making games for us. Like they're allowed to play games. Do you think they don't still play games while making them? They try to. Maybe not as many, but they try to. They definitely try to consume as much as they can. Oh no, Andy, trust me, that is a very understandable fear. Cause that can happen. That definitely can happen. But you know, don't get too caught up into it. If things happen, it happens. Like I'm gonna be real, I just got very, very, very lucky. Very, very lucky. Like insanely so. Most people don't have the luck I had with that. So like I'm very grateful for that. Oh yeah, what was I saying about Naughty Dog earlier? Because I was like on a roll with something. I got caught up in saying something else. Yeah, Last of Us sucks. Yeah, I don't like Last of Us. Last of Us 2, we were talking about KH earlier. A lot of people like Last of Us 2 and has Last of Us 2 as one of their favorite games. I think Last of Us sucks. I don't like Last of Us. I don't respect Last of Us. I think it turned one of my favorite companies ever into like a shell of its former self. You know, fun fact, Naughty Dog used to be my favorite company ever. Not Square, not Nintendo, not Sony, whoever. It was Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog was my favorite game studio ever because they had a perfect record. Perfect record. Crash 1, Crash 2, Crash 3, Team Racing, Jack 1, Jack 2, Jack 3, Jack X. Perfect. All great games. Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3. Great games. And I'll be real, as much as I praised Uncharted, I haven't played Uncharted 4 or Lost Legacy. I need to play those games. I know. I'm sorry. Last of Us 1, Last of Us 2, I'm good. I don't know. I'm good. I'm good. Now, are two games really worth trashing the whole company for? Modern day, yes, because to be honest, the whole company has been revolved around Last of Us. Everyone making Last of Us or who made Last of Us is working on the next game. Neil Druckmann is like they Last of Us got so popular. Neil Druckmann is basically like the director of like Naughty Dog, pretty much. It's like just because I like Kingdom Hearts, making Nomura the director of Square Enix. Like, it's crazy. So, like, it's literally not the same company anymore. In my opinion. But I might be just being a hater. Chat, am I being a hater? I know I am. I am being a hater. But am I being too much of a hater? And the thing is, it's been like their entire personality, man. They've been making Last of Us since the PS3 was still out. I know they're done now. I think they're finally done with Last of Us games, but it took this long? We're about to be done with the PS5 era. Last of Us would have lasted 2 console generations. Think about that. 2 console generations. 2.5. Borderline. Well, I won't say half. Last of Us came out like at the end of the PS3 era. But still. 2 console generations and some change. Like that is ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. Oh no, if this next game doesn't do that well, they are 100% making a Last of Us 3. PS6 is coming out before the end of the decade, but I don't know when. I have no idea when, but definitely before the end of the decade. Probably 2028, 2029 now. Well, back in the day, the average console lifespan was like, at first it was like 4 years, then it became like 6 to 8. And I think 6 to 8 was like the average for like, it was the loose average, I'd say, for about 3 generations. And now, like, we're kind of coming up on that. Like, I know I feel like the PS5 has no games, and that's why it feels like it just came out. Like, those 2020 to like 2022 feels very blurry for most people, because that was COVID time. People didn't get to experience a lot of life during then, so time kind of moved a little fast or slowed down, or it just felt stagnant. Like there's lost time there. So it feels like people only really got to experience their PS5, their games a little more recently. So that's why it feels like, wait, hold up, it's already over? It's already done? That's crazy, right? But I don't know. We're coming up on that like 6 to 8 year benchmark for most consoles. There was a report that came out, they were aiming for 2027, 2028, but because of the increase in RAM prices, they're thinking about delaying it. So I'm thinking 2028, 2029 now. Yeah, they were milking Last of Us like crazy. That's for sure. Yo, what's good, Earthstyle Win? How's it going? How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, I heard season 1 was good. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even watch the show yet. No, I did watch episode 1. I actually watched episode 1 with Putty Apple. There's a question I was going to ask chat earlier, but I forgot what it was. Stranger Things. I need to catch up on season 5. Well, I have to catch up on the show. I've watched all of Stranger Things up until season 4. But since season 4's come out, I got into a relationship with Putty Apple, so I need to catch her up to it so we can watch season 5 together. But I will be very late, so I will not be watching it with everyone, unfortunately. I love season 4 though. I see people trying to hate on Stranger Things, and I'm like, I don't know. People are trying to slander just to slander. Stranger Things is great. Like, it's always been great. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend Stranger Things was never that good. Stranger Things is amazing. Like, Netflix definitely had, like, people don't realize how old Stranger Things is either. Don't get me wrong. Netflix has had some originals, like, before Stranger Things. But, like, I feel like Stranger Things was, like, the biggest Netflix original. Like, they, like, put Netflix originals, like, on the map as, like, a serious powerhouse, if that makes sense. Like, I thought season 1 was
At
really
03
good.
Baller became a Cloud
Oh.
Kingdom member.
Wait, yo? Hold up, we gotta... Yo!
At Karikosmos became a Cloud Kingdom member.
Why did that pop up? Yo... Markland!
At Chewbacca's 8687 became a Cloud Kingdom member.
Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I appreciate that. A lot of recognizable names too that got them.
At ICECL Keyheart 3060 became a Cloud Kingdom member.
I might need to make this TTS go by faster.
At Roxas on Summer Vacation became a Cloud Kingdom member.
Thanks for the year of cope. Hey, we're gonna keep coping into 2026. That ain't gonna change, but hopefully our guesses do. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much for the gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yo, if you got memberships, type in the chat if you want to. But yeah, I've been seeing the reviews for like Stranger Things stuff, and I mean, Stranger Things is not my favorite show, but I've seen the reviews for it because of like one scene in season 5 apparently. People getting mad about stuff like that is so like weird to me, man. Like, come on, like it's 2025. Like, who cares? Like, why are we getting upset over stuff like that? Like, it's not even like a surprise thing. Like, I'm kind of upset I got spoiled about it, a matter of fact, because it's like, I'm trying not to say, I'm trying not to spoil people in chat, but I'm kind of upset I got spoiled about it myself, because it's like, it wasn't a surprise. Like, I don't know, if you watch this character for so long, it's honestly not that surprising, like, at all. I don't know, people are going to be freaking weird. I don't know, I'm gonna just call it normie rage baiting or something like that. I don't know. I try not to use normie in like a derogatory way typically, but normie, we're gonna call it normie rage bait. You gotta watch, you'll understand why it's getting hate. I mean, okay, if the scene is actually bad as a scene, like, sure, but like if people are mad because of the action, like because of like what's happening in the scene, then like that's stupid. Like if that's the reason why, okay. If that's like the reason, if they made like a big dramatic thing when everyone already knows, and it's not like, I do get though, because the time period that show takes place in, I do get it. Like, I get why that would feel like a big thing for that character, but I haven't seen it though, so I'm speaking off of like what I've seen from social media, unfortunately, and it's like, if that's why people are upset that they made it seem like a bigger deal than it should have been, maybe that's okay. But like, if it's straight up just like homophobia, that's stupid. Like I've been seeing on Twitter, people doing that, really dumb, really stupid. I feel like a lot of social media does not know how to do is distinguishing when something is actually bad versus something that's not being for you. Exactly. I'll give it a watch. But I'll like that's my opinion off of like loosely seeing stuff, right? I'll watch it eventually. I love Stranger Things though. I hope season 5 is good. My biggest issue with Stranger Things is how freaking long it takes for seasons to come out, bro. Like, every time the show comes back, I feel like I have to rewatch the whole thing. Like, season 4 came out, what, like what was that, 2022, 2021 or something? I think it was 2022. But it had been a while. Maybe it hasn't been that long. I don't know. It's they took a bit. They took a bit, I think. I love the whole reveal of like the villain. That was cool. Like I thought the horror aspect of Stranger Things really like came into fruition with season 4. I mean, it always had good horror, but like, man, it was pretty good. I will admit, Will did feel like a little bit of a side character a little bit after season 1. I think like he had his moments, but he felt like a side character a bit, considering the whole first season was about him. Come with the Naruto, it takes long breaks like Stranger Things. It's interesting because I don't think it's terrible for a show to take so long. It does just suck though, because when it comes to something like Stranger Things, it's like, man, these characters are like, dude, these characters are grown. Like they're growing so much between seasons. Is the whole season about him? And not like what happened at the end of season 4? My impression from the ending of season 4 was season 5 was going to be like this whole like kind of all out like season where like everything from the Upside Down and where everything from like the Upside Down and like the real world like fully collided. Military got involved, like Hopper and the gang would tell everyone what they needed to know about the Upside Down. The government would try to like use 11 and her powers and stuff like that. Like I don't know, like I thought it was gonna be something like all like stuff like that, but is it? I don't know. Don't spoil me. Let's stop talking about Stranger Things. Now I'm starting to think, and now I'm like, okay, I need to start watching now because I must have like get spoiled. Your last new piece of media this year was Marty Supreme. What was my last new piece of media? New piece of media this year? I gotta think, because I mean I watched a couple of Marvel movies this year. I don't know, I've been watching a lot of stuff. I don't be keeping track of it. I know some people do that. I don't be keeping track. Me and Z are always watching like random movies and shows and stuff. Alright. Whatever, I'm back. I heard a weird noise. I was like, what the heck was that? Waiting for Avengers Doomsday and Spider-Man. Okay. I didn't like that Chris Evans thing as much. Or I don't know if I'd say I didn't like it. It was just like, it just felt desperate. Like, I love that Chris Evans is back. Honestly, I do feel like Marvel, I wish Marvel was good enough after Chris Evans to still be like, I wish Marvel was good enough after Chris Evans to keep on going. But frankly, he kind of did need to come back, because oh my gosh, bro, why did they? I don't know. It's crazy because I actually love I love the Falcon as like Captain America. Like I mean that's a thing in the comics. Like I love Falcon. as Captain America. I love having the black Captain America. I'm black. Like I love that. But it's like the movie was great too. I just think it's not even him. It's not the story. What is the story? It's not him. It's not it's not whatever else people want to say. It's just nothing feels like it's connected. And you could say that's very typical of a multiverse story. Like that's the biggest problem with multiverse stories sometimes. Nothing feels connected sometimes. But there's a way to do it. Like Spider-Verse is a multiverse story. Has a central focus. There's been no central focus of this multiverse story. The closest thing we had to a central focus got canceled in Jonathan Mayers or King the Conqueror. The second closest thing was Loki. Dude, Loki was so good. Oh my gosh. Loki season 1 and 2, bro. Peak. It sucks, man, cause dude, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. Jonathan Mayer's acting in Loki season 2 kinda gas, but ooh, the ending of Loki season 2 was like straight out of a comic book. Absolute peak. I don't know. Like the best thing after Doomsday, after Secret Wars, they're going to probably try to reset the MCU and get rid of this whole saga and probably just keep Spider-Man and X-Men going forward. Like, these might be the last Avengers movies we get for a little bit. Remember when they were originally going to do Young Avengers first? I'm glad they didn't do that. They did not build up the Young Avengers enough. Like, that would have been bad. I actually never saw Eternals, but Loki is like the best thing to come out of the multiverse saga. It is so good. I really liked the Disney Plus shows at first. I liked I liked WandaVision. I liked the slow buildup of it. I know some people after Endgame, they were hoping for like a cut like right deep into the action of everything. But WandaVision took this very slow, methodical approach to like its episodes, especially in the beginning. And I liked it. Like, it was very gimmicky. I liked it a lot. Very unique, very different art direction for the show. Very story filled. I thought the ending was a little like but that's about it. I thought Falcon Winter Soldier was okay. I thought Loki was obviously gas. Loki was peak. Loki was so peak, man. Oh my gosh, Loki was so good. I actually don't think I watched any of those. Oh, I did watch Moon Knight. I thought Moon Knight was okay. Moon Knight's a very fun show, but like, is Moon Knight even like, is Moon Knight in Doomsday? Like, has Moon Knight been in anything after Moon Knight? Like, is it canon? Because like, out of all the Disney Plus shows, that feels the most separated, like completely. That show feels the absolute most separated from anything. I'm not that invested in current MCU, but I did do a little catch up on a lot of things. Thunderbolts was gas, though. Thunderbolts was Kingdom Hearts. My friends kept saying that to me, and they were right. It's Kingdom Hearts. Look, chat. Don't spoil Thunderbolts for anyone. If you haven't seen Thunderbolts, the ending is Kingdom Hearts. That's all I'm gonna say, and everyone in chat, you know what I mean. That ending is Kingdom Hearts, straight up. I don't know, dog. Shang-Chi was heat. Oh yeah, Guardians 3 was really good. Okay, as much as I like Guardians 3, I do think I like Loki season 2 more. But Guardians 3 was great. That was the best out of the Guardians movies. Dang, it sucks. We're not going to get Guardians either. Okay. Oh, what I was saying earlier about the MCU, that Thor teaser for Doomsday was peak. Absolute peak. By the way, chat, has my mic been silent the whole stream? Has it been a little quieter? Like, let me know if it's been a little quiet, because I could turn it up a little bit. Because, like, I've noticed I'm not even hitting yellow consistently on my mic. Mic's been fine. Nah, we can hear you. Okay, that's good. That's good. I need to change the wallpaper. Why don't I have the wallpaper to auto change? Whoa. Let me pick another one. Not that one. Ew. That one's ugly. Yeah, well, I'll just do the KH1 wallpaper. Screw it. Yeah, we got serious Thor back. You know, Thor, once upon a time, was my favorite Marvel hero. Like, since I was a kid. Thor was my favorite hero in Marvel, and Fantastic Four was my favorite superhero group. Thor, I'm usually the most apologetic, or I've tried. Wait, what? Oh, okay. But anyways, I've tried to be apologetic towards Thor. I thought Love and Thunder was. I tried to like it. I'm gonna be real. I tried. I tried. I couldn't get into it, man. I couldn't get into it, man. I really did try to like it. I'm a Thor 1 apologist. A lot of people don't like Thor 1. I love Thor 1. I think Thor 1's a great movie. Thor 2 sucks. Thor 2 is still to the. We have the entire multiverse saga, and there's a lot of mid in the multiverse saga. Thor 2 is still probably the worst Marvel movie. Still. Is there anyone in chat that likes Thor? I said Thor Love. Is there anyone in chat that likes Thor Dark World? Like, I just want to know, like, is there anyone out there that like feels any type of like love or nostalgia for Thor 2? Like, I gotta know. I gotta hear it. Like Thor 2, like it's Thor 2 was so bad when me and Z were re-binging like the MCU, and I gotta say, watching the Infinity Saga as a whole is actually such a beautiful thing, because it is so good to watch like all built up like that. It is so good to watch everything like slowly build up and add up. It is so beautiful. I kind of I can't believe they were able to make that. Like, it's actually insane. Like, I'm grateful that we were able to get something in movies as good as the Infinity Saga. Like, I know I sound like a shill. I know they're super popular, and people want to be like, oh, it's popular, so it's bad, or I gotta like fight against the system and this and that. But no, bro, it's just good. Some things are popular because they're good. I know that sounds crazy. Some things are popular because they're good. Infinity Saga is good. It's really good. Anyways, Thor 2 sucks. Thor 2 is trash. That is trash. So my ranking for Thor movies, Ragnarok, easily peak. Love Ragnarok. Thor 1, 4, and then 2. Love and Thunder sucked. But it didn't suck as bad as Dark World. I'm gonna be real, man. Jane Foster, I don't like her character in the Thor movies. I didn't even like her that much in Thor 1, if I'm being honest. Like, she was alright. She was really bad in every movie after Thor 1 to me. And it's very telling, because, like, she's not even in, like, a lot of the other movies, like, outside of the Thor movies. Like, am I wrong to say that? I don't like her character, like, that much in the Thor movies. She was probably one of the worst parts of Love and Thunder to me. Like, I hated that whole plot line. I know like it's a comic plot line, but like I don't like it. I didn't like the way they did it. It was very bad. I am excited to see Hercules though. I do want to see Hercules soon. I wonder if they'll even get the chance to do it, because they teased them. I mean, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't really seem like to me Chris Hemsworth is about to quit anytime soon. Like, Chris Hemsworth seems fine doing the role of Thor for as long as he can. I think a lot of the actors like wanted to use Infinity War Endgame as like an out, and it's also because it sounded like they wanted to transition away from them anyway. So they're like, okay, if I'm not the focus, might as well transition out, right? But now it's like Marvel needs that original group back. So they're like, you know what, maybe. And it also seems like admittedly, not for all of them. A lot of them had some pretty good successes outside of the Marvel movies, but like some of them didn't do that much outside of the Marvel movies. Admittedly, no matter what they would have done, it probably would have been very hard for any of them to top whatever they did in like Endgame, Infinity War, in terms of like box office and stuff, right? But that's not all they care about. Like, Tom Holland's out here doing Apple movies just for the fun of it. Tom Holland's at that stage of his life where he likes acting just to act. So like Tom Holland's just having fun. I really hope the story front and center is Doom. I will admit, I'm a little like, I do feel a little weird because we already know what they're going to do. They are going to try their absolute hardest to repeat Infinity War and Endgame, but I just hope they make it engaging, because you know Doom's going to win in the first movie. You know he's going to win. You know that's going to happen. So like, what if that doesn't happen? I will be happy. And I'll figure out where we go next. Like, or like, I'm saying I'll figure out. We'll see where we go next. But like, I don't know. He has to win the first movie, right? So like, how do them doing that repeat thing is going to be very interesting. Well, they're just going to reset the whole timeline with they're going to reset the whole timeline. My prediction, because it sounds like they want to end this. They've had so many complications with the multiverse stuff. They're going to reset this timeline, and they might just reboot the MCU. They might just completely reboot it, leave it in the past, leave this saga in the past, and then do what DC's doing, reboot from the ground up, which might be really good. Will be hard though, because it'll be very hard to like pick up where they left off, or pick up like from the original stuff, because that's been their hardest thing. Nothing's been as good as like what we got with like the original group of the Avengers, but they're probably not even going to do that. I think for this next saga after Doom, they're just going to go into X-Men, going to mutants, going to X-Men, they're probably going to do more Spider-Man. So Spider-Man's a constant. They can reboot Spider-Man as many times as they want, get as many new actors as they want, and it'll be good every time. The only thing I kind of hate, we got this story like put out recently. Like I really badly I thought with the popularity of Spider Verse, we were going to get a like Miles Morales live action eventually, because they even kind of teased it a little bit in Homecoming, right? Um, but like man, like that he existed, but man, Sony said you could do whatever you want with Spider-Man. Just keep your hands off of Miles Morales, basically. That kind of sucks, though. I kind of hate that. Now, Sony, if Sony's doing that, Sony better make their own live action Miles, bro. Sony needs to make their own live action Miles, please. Do I want that? I don't know. Do y'all trust Marvel with Spider-Man more? And this is gonna sound dumb. Do you guys trust Marvel Studios with Spider-Man, or do you trust Sony with Spider-Man more, like movie wise for live action movies? Because on one hand, Sony did give us Tobey Maguire trilogy, right, back then. But Sony also did Amazing Spider-Man, which I rewatched the Amazing Spider-Man movies not that long ago. They're not that bad. They're definitely incomplete. Spider-Man 2 is kind of mid, but not as mid as I remembered it being. A lot of things made no sense. What I will say about Amazing Spider-Man is I think that what I can say about Sony, and this has been the biggest criticism about Spider-Man under Marvel Studios. A lot of people feel like the Spider-Man movies aren't about Spider-Man. do y'all agree with that? Like, Spider-Man is like debatably, not even debatably, he is the most popular character Marvel has, 100%. But for under the MCU, Spider-Man feels like not necessarily a side character, but like he kind of feels like a, I don't know how to describe it. He feels like a supporting like main character to the Avengers, pretty much. But at least if Sony did a Spider movie, the movie will be 100% about Spider-Man for all its goods and bads. But I think I don't care as much about. I do care about that, but I think I do care about having a good movie more than like There's so many things I can go to for like good Spider-Man representation. Like, Spider-Man has so much media, like honestly too much media. But like, I would just take a good movie. So like, I give it to Marvel Studios. I don't care. I would love the Miles Morales Spider-Man just be done by Marvel Studios. That would be peak. Dude, if we could somehow get like a live action type movie in like if we could somehow get like live action style Spider-Verse story, that would be gas. We're going to get it one day. It's not going to be as good as Spider-Verse, or maybe, I don't know. But, oh man. That's what I think. We have, the next iteration of Spider-Man needs to be Miles. Like, y'all don't understand how much I love Miles. Like, Miles is so sick. I mean, everyone loves Miles, right? But Miles is so freaking sick, man. Miles Morales. Dude, I was on the airplane yesterday. I had to cross the Spider-Verse on our Delta flight, and I was watching it. Hi, Putty Apple. Are you feeling better? I'm barely feeling better. I'm never watching Madam Web. You cannot pay me to watch that movie. Yeah. the the crazy thing, bless you. The crazy thing, chat, about crap. What was I about to say? About multiverse stuff is I I don't know. I thought we were gonna get more into like the celestial type stuff, and you know, maybe we will. Maybe we will in Doomsday and Secret Wars. I'm trying to figure out what. Well, actually, is the second movie still titled Secret Wars? Do we know, or is it just Doomsday still right now? Morbius is arguably underrated. All right, Retro Man, you can't be sitting here calling Cage 3 trash and then saying Morbius is underrated in the same like live stream, man. Like, come on, bro.
The night one.
These are NyQuil pills.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Okay, it does say night. All right. It's still called Secret Wars. Okay. Morbius is as peak as the Flash movie. Okay, I didn't hate the Flash movie. I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it though. Can you talk about how good that Superman movie was? I like Man Web. Remind me of that early 2000s live action comic book area, like Constantine and Hellboy. Superman was incredible. Superman was incredible. Man Web is horrible, but I think I liked it more than Morbius. Man Web had me laughing a bunch, maybe because I was drunk watching it. Meanwhile, 99% of the funny Morbius stuff isn't in the movie. Yeah, all the Morbius stuff, like the whole meme with Morbius was like it's Morbin time. And remember they re-released Morbius in theaters. You remember that they re-released Morbius in theaters because of how popular the movie got as a meme, and it did nothing. That junk was funny. That was funny. They did not realize that meme was just mocking the movie. It's Mormon time. Wasn't Morbius supposed to be like? Well, wait, was Morbius a Marvel Studios movie? That wasn't a Marvel Studios movie, right? Morbius is Sony. I'm sorry, I have no music playing, by the way, chat. Oops. I did turn it off on purpose earlier. Maybe not that song. I think that MMO would go crazy, Malik. Like where the winds meet. I still need to play that. I need to play it. Sorry, I keep walking away, chat. Even though you can't see me physically walking away, but. So, does anyone have any major plans for 2026? I'm gonna re-ask this. Have I played Expedition 33? Nope. Yo, they were slandering Expedition 33 like all this month. Has the Expedition 33 slander stopped? Hey, you know what's crazy, chat? I don't know. I'm just thinking. I have a feeling when KH4 comes out, we're about to be having some different conversations, not in a positive way. It stopped basically, yeah. Because low key, I don't know. I wonder if Kingdom Hearts 4 is about to get put into like the AI talking conversations. Do y'all think Nomura? Hold on, I have a question. Do you guys think Nomura likes AI? Like, be honest. Like, put your own like opinions aside. Seeing how Nomura is, and let's look at Nomura's history. Nomura is insane. Nomura like flocks to new technology like crazy. He has done it in every instance imaginable, from freaking I don't know, Game and Watches to I'm not trying to say it's new technology, but like he will just experiment with basically anything, like any new platform, any new anything, like. Nomura will try anything new. Yeah, Nomura's a tech junkie. I think Nomura is 100% a tech junkie. What would he do with AI? I don't think Nomura would do generative AI at all, personally. I don't think he'd do generative AI. But you know generative AI is not the only thing people hate. For me personally, generative AI is the main thing. Like, if I'm being like public here, generative AI is the main thing I don't like. I hate it as someone who wants to draw and wants to like be an artist and wants to own an art company in the future. I think generative AI is disgusting. But and I hate to end that sentence with the but. I do think like tool-wise, like things like assistants, like my Google, your Alexa, and that you probably have in your house too, your phone, your smartphone, stuff like that's cool. That's fine. I'm even a little like, aside from the generative aspect of ChatGPT, I'm actually like, I'm like 50% okay with ChatGPT. Like I'm not, I don't hate it, I don't love it, but I think it's a little too accessible. But it's kind of the same thing as a Google Assistant, to be honest, but like easier to use. Yeah, I don't know. I see a future because of how like sensitive our like kind of community and like culture is, especially our younger audiences. Not younger. I actually, when we say younger, I think it's definitely a big Gen Z thing, right? Okay, do you guys think Gen Z are the main people offended by AI, or do you guys think it's like? I think it's probably a mixture of Gen Z and millennials. Because I feel like older millennials probably don't care that much. Maybe. I might be wrong. And I feel like Gen Alpha is growing up with it, so for them it's going to be completely normalized. So I feel like it's mostly Gen Z that cares about the AI stuff that much. Which is why, like, it seems very big to us. But that's why there's so much money in it, because we are not the most popular generation on the planet, like population-wise, obviously. Like, we are very, very outnumbered in that department. The way I see the whole AI conversation is that Gen AI is 1000% awful with no redeeming qualities, but AI is being used for good things. Who the heck are you? Okay. The way I see, whole AI conversation is that then AI is 1000% awful with no redeeming qualities, but AI is being used for good things such as health and certain other things is fine. Yeah, I'm a little finicky about being used for things like health, only because like I want it to be used to make certain processes quicker, but like I think the ability to oversight something, like, okay, let's say you AI something, right? And like the AI is not 100% accurate. Like AI will almost always be, AI will never be 100% accurate. To be fair, humans aren't 100% accurate either, but AI will, like, because it's not you, and because you're like, I don't know how to describe it. I guess this might be a flawed argument, maybe, but like that mistake that AI could cause, I guess it scares me. But I guess the mistake could be made by a human too, right? Yeah, you gotta be mad descriptive, man. I guess that's how it is. But well, the reason I brought up this conversation in the first place is not to scare you guys with the boogeyman word, but to scare you in the future with the boogeyman word. I definitely see a future if Kingdom Hearts does have Star Wars, Marvel, all these big worlds, realistic settings, and blah blah blah. I kind of wouldn't be surprised if Kingdom Hearts started doing AI stuff low key. Not like heavy, not generative AI, but I feel like people are going to read the word AI as like a buzz term for Kingdom Hearts for like enemies, or like maybe they did use some AI for some buildings or something weird like that, right? Like on some, I don't know, the stuff people were saying or claiming Expedition 33 was doing. And people will go on this slander campaign for it. I don't know. I'm probably like this fear-mongering stuff here, but like I really just don't. I don't know why. I for some reason see that happening with Cage. Like now on the Star Wars and Marvel end, I'm gonna be real. Star Wars fan base can be very beautiful, but can also be very toxic. I definitely wonder how those two communities are going to combine. Because modern day Disney and Star Wars are not friends with each other. And Kingdom Hearts, Star Wars coming to Kingdom Hearts will 100% be a Disney thing. But hopefully we get like Luke Skywalker stuff. Which we probably will, right? Want to use the tool to expand the combat, like give us more enemy variety and better map design. But the tool doesn't really tool doesn't really do that with today's tech. Oh no, it can. It can, 100% can. It's all just algorithms and code. But it 100% can do that. That is definitely something it can do. But I don't fully know what I'm talking about. But I'm like pretty sure I've read some stuff about that. I'm pretty sure I can do that stuff already. In terms of enemy behaviors and stuff, I know that's something someone was talking about. Who was talking about that recently? Was that Kojima? I think, was it Kojima? Who was it? I was talking about that as of late. AI definitely can do that right now, but it's kind of just up to like if devs want to put the work in for that. Unfortunately, when it comes to games, I've noticed a lot of like games don't put that much like thought into their enemy design. Like that's not a common thing I've noticed, which kind of makes me sad. But by a lot, I guess you could say like on like the difficulty side, or like adjusting to players like responses side of things. Like that's not a crazy common thing, even among action games. Like the emphasis is way more put on what the player can do and not what the enemy can do to respond. Because admittedly, if you're a casual and you're just trying to play a game to have fun, and you try to like freaking hit an enemy with an upper slash into an air combo, but they block your upper slash at the specific moment where you're trying to do it because you've done it a bajillion times, you're gonna get pretty mad. So like you're not thinking, man, dang dude, how do I mix up this enemy? Like the casual is just like, bro, I want to button mash and have fun. But that they could fix all that with the difficulty setting. The Scala language looks like AI. That's crazy. It's why I hate when people recommend action games to me that don't have memorable basic enemies. Yeah, I think that's one thing Kingdom Hearts doesn't get enough credit for. Kingdom Hearts has some really good enemy design. Mostly. It's not perfect, but I would argue it's better than most. Like, a lot better than most. I think some of the best enemy design, funny enough, might be, it actually might be, like, the Souls games. 'Cause I think the Souls games might be the only... It might be the only, like, what I said earlier. This music is taking me out. I need a new playlist. It needs, it might be the only, like, type of game where I've seen more emphasis put on the enemies than the player's mechanics. Which I think makes it very special and is very telling for why it's a more popular, like, genre. Kind of crazy, right? I don't know. Dang, we're live 2 hours already? That's crazy. Well, alright, chat. Sorry to end it here. Last stream of the year. I know we did a lot of yapping, a lot of talking. Shoot. So, I'm gonna ask this, because it's the only time I'll be able to say the sentence this way. Do you guys think Kingdom Hearts is coming back in 2026? We're going to do this again. Do you guys think Kingdom Hearts is coming back next year? Or are we cooked? Let me know. I'm definitely going to make a video about it, whether you commented or not. You already know we're making that video. I do have other videos coming up soon, though, if you're not as interested in that one. Don't worry. It will. We said the same thing last year, man. I think 2026 is trailer 2 time. I talked to Nomura myself. You ready for that part 3 announcement next year? It's been 4 years. There's no way it isn't. Hey, we said it when it was 3 years, right? I don't, to be honest, but man, I sure hope so. So please, won't stop holding out hope. All right. Well, I see what you guys are saying. I hear it. Hopefully, Square hears it too. Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your night, and try to enjoy the last couple hours of your 2025. End out the year with a bang, with a good one. Having fun, surrounded by loved ones, surrounded by family, just having a good time. You guys have a great night. Peace. On to 2026.